Vulnerable cloud server. Here's the last 12 hours of world news in 4 minutes and 26 headlines. 1. U.S. President Donald Trump called for capital punishment for murder in Washington, D.C., despite the district having abolished the death penalty. 2. The U.S. Coast Guard offloaded approximately over 61,000 pounds of cocaine and 14,400 pounds of marijuana, worth $473 million, at Port Everglades, Florida, after interdicting drugs between June and August. 3. Germany's federal prosecution filed murder and attempted murder charges against Farhad N., an Afghan national, for allegedly driving into a Munich trade union demonstration in February, killing 2 and injuring dozens due to Islamist motives. 4. In August, the conference board reported a slight decrease in the U.S. Consumer Confidence Index, while Americans' short-term economic expectations and assessment of the current situation also declined. 5. U.S. President Donald Trump signed a proclamation honoring 13 American service members killed in a 2021 suicide bombing during the U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan. 6. Donald Trump said his administration wants $500 million from Harvard for restoring billions in federal funding, telling the education secretary not to negotiate amid a dispute over anti-Semitism. 7. The Trump administration canceled $175 million in funding for California's high-speed rail, following a previous cancellation of $4 billion in federal grants this summer. 8. The Trump administration is planning an overhaul of the U.S. H-1B visa and green card systems, potentially replacing the lottery with a wage-based, merit-driven selection process. 9. A whistleblower complaint alleged that DOJ staffers copied SSA data of millions of U.S. citizens to a vulnerable cloud server, prompting concerns about data security and privacy violations. 10. U.S. Health and Human Services Secretary Robert Kennedy Jr. told President Trump to expect Autism Cause findings announcements in September. 11. U.S. First Lady Melania Trump invited students to participate in a nationwide AI contest to solve community issues. 12. Meta launched a California-focused Super PAC to support state candidates favoring lighter AI regulation. 13. IBM and AMD partnered to develop next-generation computing architectures, integrating IBM's quantum systems with AMD's AI chips for a scalable and open-sourced quantum computing architecture. 14. Anthropic began testing a Chrome extension, Claude for Chrome, allowing its Claude AI assistant to control web browsers with 1,000 premium users, while OpenAI and Microsoft have already released similar systems. 15. Google Translate launched an AI-powered language practice feature and enhanced live translation capabilities in its app for select languages and regions. 16. YouTube globally launched Hype, a feature introduced at Google's Made on YouTube event in 2024, allowing fans to boost videos from creators with under 500,000 subscribers across 39 countries. 17. Apple scheduled its iPhone 17 event on September 9, where it is expected to announce new iPhones, Apple Watches, and AirPods Pro 3. 18. Anthropic settled a class action lawsuit with authors regarding the use of books as training material for its large language models, according to a court filing. 19. Kyiv authorities eased the law and Ukrainian men aged 18 to 22 can now travel abroad during martial law. 20. India's Supreme Court ordered an inquiry into Anant Ambani's Vantara Zoo, following allegations of illegal animal acquisition and financial misconduct. 21. Norway's wealth fund sold its Caterpillar stake and excluded 5 Israeli banking groups due to concerns about the use of Caterpillar's products and the bank's financing of construction in occupied Palestinian territories. 22. Brazil judge ordered constant police surveillance of ex-president Jair Bolsonaro due to flight risk concerns after police reported he drafted an Argentina asylum request. 23. A 21-year-old Syrian citizen was arrested in Dresden and is in investigative custody for a knife attack on a U.S. citizen on a tram. 24. Botswana's President Duma Boko declared a public health emergency due to medicine and equipment shortages, announcing funding and military oversight after the Ministry of Health suspended non-urgent surgeries. 25. European and Iranian diplomats failed to reach an agreement in Geneva on how to avoid the revival of UN sanctions against Iran, despite ongoing efforts to find a solution. 26. A Russian court fined Google 7 million rubles for violating local internet regulations. That's it for now. Follow the channel.